It's me, Renee. I'm back. And tonight, Eurovision starts, or the Eurovision first semi-final starts. Today, Norway is competing, which, yeah, I have a good feeling. Though, yeah, I said before, I don't love the song, but it's a good song. So yeah, this week is gonna be some Eurovision focused videos. I thought I didn't have anything yesterday because time just flew by, kind of. But here I am today. I was, yeah, don't really know at this moment if this is gonna be posted today or tomorrow, but anyway, yes. So as earlier years, I decided to match Eurovision songs to books. Now I'm not gonna do that with all the songs because we would sit here forever. Well, I suppose I could do that. But yeah, honestly, no. I'm gonna focus on the songs that I personally enjoy the most. And so, yeah. So I'm just kind of, yeah, and I have quite a few books for each of the songs, and yes, I'm just kind of gonna go with a song and then talk about the books, and yeah. So firstly, I'm gonna go with Italy. I think Italy. I mean, this year they have ballads. Most years they have a ballad, and it's a very beautiful ballad. So with Italy song, I decided instead of thinking of what the song is about, I decided to okay. So this is a very beautiful ballad, beautiful song. It has a beautiful singer, like he sings very beautifully, but he's also very beautiful. So I decided for this one to kind of just go with aesthetic. So it's a beautiful song. I'm gonna show you some beautiful covers. As easy as that, really. So these are covers of like some are new books, some are older books, but they're all covers that I very much enjoy in different ways. And yeah. So first we have The Named by Marion Curley. So this is first in the series. I suppose you can kind of maybe see that it's kind of old style. I mean, it did come out in 2002, 2. Let me check when it first came out. 2002. So yeah, quite a while ago. But yeah, I think some people very much like a lot on the covers, and I can dig that. But sometimes I think it's just also very nice to just have something on the cover, like uh, a color and then something, just a few elements, not like a lot, but just have some stuff on it. So you're like, you're intrigued. You don't really know what it's about or what's the dealio, but it's something. And also, I suppose if you look closely, you see there's an eye, but you see also there's numbers and like it looks like to be a clock, which works very well because this is a time travel series. They go back in time, and also they're like on a deadline because there's evil villains hanging about. Evil villains aren't most villains evil, but yeah, yeah, you know. And yeah, then we have Written in the Stars, completely different cover. Here you see the couple. It's a sapphic romance. Here you see the couple all nuzzled and cute together, and then you see the background, the city, Seattle, and then you see stars. It's called Written in Stars, and then you see some stars here, and yeah, quite very much enjoy this one. Quite very much enjoyed this cover as well. Then we have Half a Soul, which is one of those covers where you just have one object. Well, one object and like a half moon, or like I would say that's kind of like a half moon, half symbol, half thingy. Yeah, symbol. And then you have some stars, and then you have like one color and then a few elements on the cover. And yeah, I very much enjoy this. I feel like it could maybe easily um have been tempted to like do a couple on this cover because it's a fave romance. Well, it's a romance, how to say, ish story. Well, I suppose you could have several characters on the cover because lots of characters are in the story, important to the story. But I don't quite like that this cover at least doesn't do like people. It's just kind of focusing on just kind of elements. And then you have a sister, and because a sister is quite important in different parts of the story. So yeah, quite understand why the sister is here. And yeah, so that's those. And then we have quite a few more. Lots of beautiful covers out there in the world. Sorry. And then we have The Secret Chapter by Genevieve Cogman. I actually just reread this. Very good story. And yeah, you see, like most of it is just kind of like the title. Then you have a color, but you also have like here at the end, at the bottom, you have two characters. You have like one guy standing there with a gun, a woman standing there like being ready to like shoot him. I mean, okay, so you know there's gonna be stuff happening, and then at the top here you see kind of like creature, like octopus thingy, which yeah, quite good. Really hints of like what the story's about, and yeah, I think it's a quite good cover. This one. Then you have, I would say, actually one of my favorite covers ever, yeah, is this one. So you see, like here it's just kind of Evie. She's just standing there, being a bit like annoyed, but like she's controlling her firepower. And then up there you have Avira, and she's just kicking ass, like in her superhero outfit. She's kicking those monsters, and like it's yeah, it looks like it's colorful, it's wacky, but it's also cozy and nice, and that's kind of like just very much gives the vibe of what the book is, which I suppose yeah. At least to me, I feel like a cover kind of very much needs to like tell you a bit about what the book is about. Like nothing. There's few bookish things that annoys me more than when a cover and the story is completely wrong. Like if a cover has like a picture of the sea and the whole book takes place in the woods far from a sea. It's like, why is there a sea here? I suppose you could understand metaphors and stuff. Like, yeah, covers and contents should match, and this one quite definitely matches. Then we have moments. There's actually a few more. Well, I suppose I could go. I suppose I could go many more, but I'm doing other. I mean, I'm doing more than this Italian song, so yeah. Then we have yeah, two older books. But yeah, everything. Again, example where you have like the title is kind of main pointer, and then at the top it's just just the title, everything, or one of the words because it's called everything. Then it's just the word, and here you see like lots of colors and stuff, and I feel like it represents the book so much because part of the book is just so lighthearted and cutesy and fun, and there's fun drawings in the book and whatnot, and then parts of the book is just like whoa, what? So yeah, kind of very much sets up the book and the experience of reading it, and yeah. And then you have Evna by Siri Pettersson. This being the last book in this series, and yeah, the whole series is out now in English. I don't quite at the moment remember what's. But yeah, I think this book is called The Might. Yeah, I think it's Odin's Child, the Rots, and the Might. Yeah, the Might. It's called The Might. And yeah, I think actually all those covers are quite similar. Yeah, all the covers are quite similar in this series. I suppose true that most series at least. I think you have like a background of grey, and then you have one object, and then at the end here you have like a bit of like blood because there's a war happening, and things are going down. There's battles, and but also the feathers are important, and yeah, like it just kind of gives you a hint of something, but it doesn't really give that much. And I really like how you have the cover, the series logo here because that's actually the series logo, and I love that. I mean, you also have it here up on the spine, and yeah. So yeah, that's the beautiful covers for the Italian song. Then I'm gonna go to. Yeah, let me just think a moment. What did I think here? Yeah, as usual, I don't really always take notes. Yeah. Then I'm gonna go with one of my other favorite songs of this year. I think maybe my favorite song. Yeah, it's actually one of my favorite songs. It's kind of difficult to choose, but yeah, the French song Évidemment. I'm gonna post all the songs in a description box. But yeah, So this song, well, it's actually by a Canadian singer, but I mean, you don't have to be from the country to sing it from it. But yeah, she's a Canadian singer. She's singing from France. And the song, I kind of looked up lyrics. This lyrics is about like kind of a breakup, or kind of like I'm better than you. I'm better alone. I don't even need you. So here I decided to go for books where like their main character, yes, they do end up in a relationship or most of the time, but like it's not like they're like they have to be in a relationship. They like it's kind of like relationship is a bonus, but like they and they're not one of those characters that needs a personal partner to complete themselves to be happy in life. They're happy without it, but like they're happier. I suppose it's a good, nice bonus to have a partner. So yeah, yeah. And also like every drama, the song is just so full of confidence. Yeah, this is also all characters that are just so much confidence and also competence in their fields that just kind of like, yeah, I got this, I got this. So yeah, we have Prudence by Gail Kerger, the first in the Custard Protocol series. Prudence, she's competent in a lot of ways. She knows a lot about a lot, and yeah. And then we have the Clockwork Scarab, or in other words, it's kind of like a fill-in. I suppose over this a fill-in for whole series because all the characters in the series are quite well, they're competent. I suppose not all that confident, but they're all competent. But in this one, both characters, I'm blacking out. Evie and Mina, they're both competent in their own fields, and I suppose Mina is not confident all the time. No, sorry, Evie is not confident all the time, but she has competence all the time, and yeah, this series needs more love, but yeah. And then we have The Future of Another Timeline by Annalee Newitz. Uh, this all the people like so this mainly talks about mainly it's mainly about one non-binary woman, uh, sorry, one non-binary person, but it's also about like some like side characters that are important, and they're all quite competent and confident, and yeah, they know what they're doing. They uh, they came to slay, really. They came to slay. And then we have look, Lizzie, sorry, Izzy O'Neill from this series, A Girl Called Shameless, or the exact opposite of Kay, which is the first book in the series. And Izzy has all the confidence, all the competence. She's an underdog, but she's not afraid to go against bullies. And yeah, amazing series. People need to read. Then we have Irene Adler in this Invisible Library series. She has all the competence and a lot of confidence, and she slays all the time. And yeah, she gets a man in the end. But actually, I quite like that this series. Like in the first few books, there's hints at a romance, but it's not really happening that much. It's much more focused on other stuff. In the later part of the series, yes, there's a romance, but it's never like a huge plot. It's more like a B and C plot, and I very much enjoy that. I feel like it's quite nice to have a series where the romance does not really take over, or like it's not a huge part. It's there, it's nice, but it's yeah, other things are more in focus, and I love that. And yeah. And then we have the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, represented by Mika Moon. I mean, well, Mika Moon is the main character in this story. And yeah, again, she gets a love relationship at the end, but it's not like she's looking for love. She's just living her life, living her best life, and she handles things that's coming through that comes her way in this book in quite a good way. And yeah, she's here to slay. And then we have Harriet Price and Will Everhart, and in Amelia Westlake was never here. One of them is a lesbian. One of them is not. There's not really that much of a love story in it, but I mean we know that one of them is a lesbian, and yeah, they come to slay. They're both like at the top of the game in different ways, and they're here to slay and the slay the patriarchy, and yeah, here for it. Then we have Margaret Mertz takes it down, which yeah, she's slaying also the patriarchy. There's a love story in this one. Well, it's hinted at, but it's not really like a huge part of it, but it's hinted at. But yeah, that's not the main point at all. And yeah, he definitely slays idiots and patriarchy. And yeah. Then we have I Hope Divided. Well, I suppose in a way, yeah, this is the whole series also. Like, you could go for the whole series here and decided to choose the whole Hope Divided. So, you know what? Maybe this is a normal file. No, it's not. No, sorry. So I was just kind of thinking to myself a moment, but no. Yeah. So this story has Molly Lynch in the I'm blacking out in the Civil War in the U.S. She's a spy and she's yeah slaying for the rights and justice, and yeah, she knows how to do stuff and how to do it, and yeah, she's just amazing. And yeah, that's for those two songs. And then for the first song, I'm gonna sorry, sorry. I'm going with another one of that. Well, all the songs I love from this year's. But yeah, now I'm going to head to Austria. Austria's song this year is called "Who the Hell is Edgar?" And this is a very cool, catchy pop song, all about where they talk about like who is Edgar Allan Poe, and like there's a ghost in my body, and like so the gist of it is that some Edgar Allan Poe has kind of he's taking over someone's body. He's actually also quite a fun like little tidbit of this like but tidbit. It's kind of fun like story behind the song, because they were actually writing about how lots of writers of great songs don't really get credit. And there's lots of ghostwriters out there who don't really get credit, so it's about ghostwriters. But it can also like be just for as like a fun as the at the at the surface level, just a fun pop song about like why is this guy like this ghost is in my body? No, and yeah, it's just a great catchy song. So here I went with Italy, books with ghosts, or what's the word again? Ghosts, or like yeah, where ghosts take over people's bodies. So uh exorcisms, not exorcisms. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking about. Anywho, we have Haunted Heroine by Sarah Kuhn, another one from the same series as I talked about earlier. And yeah, this one takes place around Halloween. There's some ghosts. It's kind of, I suppose, spoiler alert, but yeah, it's kind of like in Scooby-Doo, where there's some real ghosts, but there's some pretend ghosts. So I suppose that's the Scooby-Doo part, but there's also some real ghosts. So yeah. Then we have quite a fun little flashback, fun little throwback. We have the Hexol series by what's her name again? Rachel Hawkins. Yeah, Rachel Hawkins. So this is a series with vampires, werewolves, all that kind of gems, and one of the main characters is a ghost. No, sorry. Yeah, sorry. One of the side characters is a ghost. But yeah, there are like several ghosts around in the universe here, and yeah. And then we have the Dødesbyrå. This is a Norwegian version. It's called blah blah blah. In English, it is called Constable and Troop. And this is a story all about kind of like a ghost department, like a ghost. It's like a ghost working place. Like lots of ghosts come around here, and yeah, I suppose I read it a few years ago now. I remember liking it very much. I don't remember exactly how the ghosts go into it. Yeah, okay, yeah. So it's a funeral agency, and then kind of the funeral agency, uh, people see ghosts, and yeah, there's mystery and whatnot. And yeah, lots of ghosts in this one. Very good story. And then we have Heaven Sent by Meg Cabot, the last book in the Mayhew series. And this one is Possession. Yes, that's the word. Possession. Goes to Possession. I'm not gonna say more than that because it's a bit of a spoiler. Well, I suppose, yeah. I believe there's also a Possession in the fourth book. But yeah, there's also, yeah, a bit of a spoiler. I'm not gonna go into it much more, though. I suppose, again, this series came out like 10 years ago. No, sorry, 15 years ago, I suppose. Spoilers has maybe like run out. I suppose. How do you feel about spoilers? Like, is there like a deadline for spoilers? I don't know. Anyway, I'm not gonna spoil you to this one, but it's just, yeah, you need to read this series. And then last but not least, Dead or Alive by Derek Landy. A Skulldugg Pleasant I read for reviewers and fun. This one has Possession and several bits of it. Actually, I think several books in this universe has. Yeah, it is. And yeah, quite a book. Good book. Quite a book. Yeah. Then, last book. Last book. Well, last. This is not last. What am I thinking over here? Give me a moment. Now I have two more songs. Yeah, no, yeah, there. For this one next song, I could actually just kind of just find one book because I felt like it was kind of a bit difficult to like find a good book match for it. Although I kind of felt like it worked very much. But yeah, the song is Water Gun from Switzerland. It's a great, I wouldn't say it's a ballad. Well, it's ballad. How did you find a ballad? Oh yeah, it's balladish. Yeah, it's a slow song, so aren't ballads supposed to be about love? I don't know. Okay, yeah, it's a great song about peace and peace, not war. Make love, not war. And so here I'm gonna go with Things a Bright Girl Can Do, which takes place during the First World War, and one of the main characters is a Quaker, so she's against the war in its totality. As most people are against the war, but like some people in this book are like they're going to war, they're being like they want to fight in the war. But yeah, the blah blah blah. May, she's like against the war in general, and yeah, you don't really have that many books about like pacifists. I feel like, no, at least like around war times, which yeah. So yeah, this book to that song. And then last but not least, we have Malta's song, which is uh, uh, part of my own, which is all about like a person who's kind of he is anxious, but he's at a party, so he kind of wants to go to his own little space in a party. So here I decided to go with books where main characters or where some characters are fine being by themselves. They don't have to be with the people all the time. They can be they're happy in their own skin and they're happy being alone. So here I'm gonna go with Geek Girl by Holly Smale. Harriet Manners definitely can quite yeah, she can quite easily entertain herself. She loves to read. She loves to look about people. She loves to learn stuff. She doesn't really mind waiting at all. Then we have Kat Evans from The Design of a Confused Feminist. She's quite an overthinker, but yeah, she looks at the world in lots of ways, and yeah, also she's quite anxious, so in that way it also works. And then we have Phoebe Davis from Love Is for Losers. She's also quite a person who doesn't really mind being on herself by herself. She goes around and thinks a lot, and yeah. And then we have A Kind of Spark, which is a story about Addie, who she's bullied and she wants friends and she gets some friends in the end, but she doesn't really mind that much being by herself as well. And yeah, so that's that really. And yeah, I hope you like this video. And as I said, I'll link all the songs down below. And yeah, if you have any favorite from this year's Eurovision, you want to tell me, talk to me in the comments. That'll be fun. If you have any favorites from these songs, also be fun to mention which ones you like the most of these of my favorites. Or if you read any of these books, or if any of them looked very fun, just talk to me in the comments. Or not, if you don't. That's up to you. And I'll see you soon. Bye.